Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sarah. Today I'm going to show you how I hand build butter dishes. So thanks for joining me and let's get started. This is what I'm going to make for you guys. This is in the greenware stage, so it hasn't been bisque fired yet. And here's a great comparison of how much it shrinks. So when you're making it and it looks like it's huge, just keep in mind that it does shrink. So this is one that I made myself with my own pattern, and it's for the big Kerrygold butter. Might be too big, but it's okay, it's for me. So yeah, here we go. Hey guys, so I am making a butter dish, and I thought I would bring you guys along for a little tutorial, show you how I make it. And this is using the template from De La Design and Gifts. And I forget who somebody designed this and they did a collaboration. I'll have to put that up on the screen. And her dishes are just adorable. So I rolled out a slab. It's a little over a 1/4 inch thick. And I'm just gonna kind of piece it out to try to get all the pieces on here in one roll. I'm not gonna put any texture, but this would be the time if you wanted to roll in some texture, you would do that right now. I think I'm gonna do a pretty glaze on it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and push down. This is gonna be the base right here. And I rolled it out on a board so I don't have to move it. Once I cut the pieces, I can just let them dry. Okay, making sure I push all the way down. This is gonna be the little arch, the cover. This is the bottom, and these are the two sides. One side and two sides. All right, I'm gonna cut this edge off. Try to leave these in place. So I don't warp it, I can let it dry. I'm gonna save this little bit for the foot, if I decide to do that. I want options. I gotta give myself options. All right, I'm gonna pull this out. So gently. The clay is still very, very wet. There we go. Okay, I've got my little stamp. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp it now. So cute, cute, cute. I'm gonna go ahead and bevel the edges. So I've got this handy dandy little beveler. You don't have to have this, but it does make it nice and easy. Okay, and then I need to go around this. Clay is still very wet. There we go. Okay, so that is beveled and that is beveled. Now we're gonna let it set. So I apologize. I realized, and then I forgot to record, that I have this larger piece, the square piece that I cut out. I have it dry or set up while it hangs over a rolling pin. And I raise it up with some sponges, as you can see, so that this bottom is hovering up over the top. And I do that on both sides. You can see there's a little bit of space there, and make sure that you put the bevel side down, not up. So I apologize for not recording that, but I just draped it over the rolling pin. Okay? And the rest is still setting up a little bit. Okay, so while I let this this other piece right here off to the side set up, let's see if I can scooch this down. Okay, can you guys see? Yeah, on the foam. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over onto the piece of foam. Now is a great time to smooth the edges. I'm just smoothing out any, kind of compressing this the inner corner, because if you're going to have cracking, that's where it's going to be, in this corner. Okay. All right, now they did such a nice job with this form. They have a guide, so you can go ahead and put that over the top, and then the presser foot, and it has some cornstarch already on it, so I'm not too worried about it sticking. If you are, you could put some cornstarch or some plastic wrap. So this sets right in the middle, and then you're going to give it a really good push down. Push. Pull that off. Kind of give it a rock back and forth. And pull it up. And there we go. I'll let that harden. Keep it right there until I'm ready to do the top. Okay, we're gonna work on the top now. It's still, you know, it's slightly, it's not leather hard yet. So I like to work with it still a little bit on the wet side. I think it can stand up on its own. I think we're at that stage. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna get my vinegar and my scorer. Let's see, let's adjust. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and score the sides really well. Okay. I'm gonna do a little scoring while it's on the form. Whoop. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, we're gonna lift this up. And I'm gonna scooch this, if I can, scooch this to the end. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna add a little bit more vinegar to one of my edges. Okay, and I'm going to just fold it right in. I hope you can see that. It just plopped right in. I'm going to use my fingers to smush the sides. It's really important to bevel, because if you don't bevel, it won't fit in the bottom piece. And let that sit, and we're gonna turn it around and do the same thing. Vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Okay, up. Actually, I can show you like this. Nope. Just like that. Got lots of goobers that I'm gonna clean up. I'm not gonna fiddle with this too much right now because it's still pretty wet. So I'm gonna take a look at it from this side. I've got a little wave happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down flat. And I have one of these, I believe it's like a paint, where you get a straight line from painting. And I'm gonna use that to try to get that straight edge. Push it in, push it in, push it in. Yeah. Okay. I'm very gently just getting this seam together with my finger first, and then I'll use the red rib. How's that side looking? Not bad, not bad. Okay. Got my red rib. I'm just gonna carefully smooth just a little bit. I'm gonna do more later when it firms up. But I want to make sure that it's nice and attached. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm going to get let's see. Piece of clay here. Let's see. I'm gonna make just like a little cap, a little lift tab. Okay. Now, at this point, you could do seashells. I've done that before as the lifter. You can do, oh man, you could do anything you wanted. I think I'm gonna just do a little ribbon. Smooth the edges out. Okay, and I think, I think something like that is really sweet. Let's see. Do you see the little cracks? I'm just gonna take my sponge and kind of smooth over. It'll be just fine. Okay. Let's see, do I want it like that or like that? Probably like this. Tap it down, give it a flat surface. Okay, gonna score. And I think that's right in the middle. I think I got too carried away with the scoring, but that's okay. I can always smooth it out. Make sure you get down to eye level, both directions, to make sure you're right in the center. I think I am. I'm just gonna pinch it a little bit more so it's less rounded, more ribbon-like, like an oval. Okay, and do you see how I scored a little bit too far? I'm just gonna take my paintbrush and brush it over. Okay, all fixed. I mean, you could do, I've seen Jessica Putman Phillips, she did one with a little beehive at the top, and that came out really, really cute. You could do anything, leaves, fall leaves, like I said, seashells. So I'm gonna quickly grab the bottom just to make sure that we're fitting in this. How are we? Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Excellent. Okay, bring it back here. I'm gonna carefully put this down. Now with this bottom piece, I'm going to put a bag of rice right along. Let's see if I can get it. I don't want it to push these down. Let's see. I need a floppier one. This may be too big. Let's see, what else can I use? This is kind of funny, but I've made these little, they're greenware still, little vases. I'm gonna use these to hold it down so it doesn't bow up. Yeah, that'll work. I'm gonna go ahead and put this over the top just to give it extra weight. All right. When there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry and then do a little cleanup and then we're all set. Just let it dry slowly. Okay guys, so this is the next morning and I've left it sitting covered up overnight and now we're at leather hard. So I'm just gonna take, I guess I'm too close. Scooch this over. Take my sponge and go over any sharp edges or corners. Okay, and then I'll work on this guy. Okay. I've got a little area that's not covered. I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can see it. It's not in the light. I may just do a little coil. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. And set this aside. Okay, I don't want it too thick and clunky. Okay, let's cut that in half. And let's see, I don't know if I can, I may switch you guys around to the top view again. Let's try that. Okay, that's better. So can you see I've got a little space in between there? So I'm just gonna rest that just like that. I'm gonna do a little scoring just along that seam. I just wanna be really careful that I don't pop this little nubby off the top. Okay. A little vinegar in that seam. Trying to do it so you guys can see. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna get a wet paintbrush and just kind of smush it down. You guys see? I'm gonna go ahead and put this down and I'll speed through this. Okay, little sponge. Okay, I think that's nice and smooth. Can you see? Very nice. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this side. Okay. See if I can do it. Start at one end and just let it fall in, just like that. Okay. And I'm just using this brush to push down into the coil, and it just smushes it around to both sides, and then I smooth that out. When you smush it out, a lot of times you'll have a little excess right there, but I just take like a wet thumb and just pinch it off. So a wet thumb and pinch it off. Okay, and then you just work on smoothing it until you feel like it looks nice inside. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Yep. Okay, so all set, all cleaned up. I'm gonna work on these edges just a bit. I'm not gonna go too crazy because I'm gonna have a fairly thick glaze. I'm not gonna use a Celadon. A Celadon type glaze shows every little imperfection, every little scratch or nick. And I don't plan on using a Celadon on this. So I'm not going too crazy with it. But I don't want any sharp edges. plan on firing these separate. Okay. And then we have our bottom. Looks really nice. The edges are good. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and put these together to dry together. When I glaze them, I'm gonna glaze this entire thing except the bottom, of course. And then I'm gonna glaze this entire thing except this bottom. I'm gonna wipe the glaze off of this bottom rim and then fire them just like that. So there you go, guys. I'm gonna bisque fire them together like this in case they warp. Hopefully they will warp together. And that's it. That's my butter dish. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. Let's see, get a good shot. There you go. Butter dish. Thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.